Okay, so I went onto YouTube and punched in my 2012 Ford F-150 driver's side front fender removal, and there was nothing. There was a 250, which is different. There was older stuff, which is completely different. And then I started searching forums, and I saw this one area where it was, it's like, I guess, Raptors only. And there was this one guy on there. He was really crybaby in his butt because he couldn't get it off. And the guys kept telling him, foam, foam. And he started cussing. He's like, I am so sick and tired of this shit foam, and I got to find out how to do this, and this is bullshit. And well, it is the foam. And it's tricky. So if you take your your obvious bolts out, up through here, and remove this inner well on the outer well, I mean, it's best to take it off. I mean, I struggled a little bit because of that area right there, but sometimes I'm just hard-headed. But so here's the deal. Once you get into this zone, this bolt here, you can get from the inside open driver's door. It's tight, but it's there. Now this is the foam. And this foam ain't gonna let go unless you cut it. And there's another bolt on the inside of this fender well. You got to take this off, move your tire, and it's right there inside the foam. Now mine, I could actually see it had partial foam on it, but it was actually there, and I could get I think it was 10 millimeter on it, and got that off. It's pretty easy. Then down here, on the very bottom, up underneath here, there's two more bolts. And I think they were different. They were like 8 millimeter. But this shit's crazy here because, some guys will say these are, I guess, not 7/16, but I don't know what they were saying, to be honest with you. But they were small. But they were using standard size when they're actually a metric that's 5.5, and it fits them tight, snug, good, easy. But so anyway, what I just wanted to help other people out with, I put a little bit of duct tape on here because I was getting a little crazy in here. But there was one guy on the internet that was doing a different truck, but he was telling everybody to go after that bolt through the door, and it's your hinge bolt, which what happens is when you take it out, it doesn't fall and it doesn't obscure your door closing or anything, but you got 2-3 more to go, but that one you don't need to even do either. So what you can see is I started cutting things, that I didn't have to. I cut down through here. You can see, it was kind of desperate at points trying to figure this out. But what it is there's a piece of metal right here, and it is thin, and you can't see it. But if you can get your knife, I don't know what to recommend actually. I think I left it in my garage. It's a Harbor Freight $1 or less. Yeah. Knife, blade, razor. And what I did is I just stuck it all the way out, and then, you got to pull that little lock back. Let's see. That little guy. And it will pretty much stay out. And I had to go 2 different ways. I got started up here and started doing this from inside, and then I couldn't go any further, and then I got inside of here and started going up through inside here with pretty good success. And then it got tough to reach way over here. Well, what was happening is every once in a while, it would stop. It would hit something. And I'm like, oh, what the hell's it hitting? I got to go around it. You know, I just didn't think it was anything flat. But anyway, if you can get it so you're on the outside of that piece of metal, like see up here, I didn't even touch that piece of metal, so I didn't even know it was there. You know, I was just going down from the other side. But down in here, I started hitting that metal, so it confused me. And, you know, I just wanted to let you know that it's a clean shave. But also, what I did, I don't know if it was even needed to be done. There was these plastic, these little plastic, I don't know what you call them, tabs, secures, holders. You know, they're everywhere nowadays. Instead of using a screw, they just pop these things in. Well, I cut that off. I cut that one off, and I cut that one off. And what I did is I used a putty knife that was really sharp, and with the door partially open, I was able to get in there, and then I hit it, and then I hit it with a hammer and chiseled it off, basically. And I don't even know if I had to do that or not. I don't know, because it holds on the metal. I don't think it had anything to do with the Fender. It might have been like a temporary positioning thing for the factory. But you can see there's no other side to it. Yeah, so from top all the way to the bottom, man, you got to cut this stuff and it sticks. And I still had like an inch down there to go. I was laying on the ground here and I was sawing away, and until I got that inch about halfway cut, it wouldn't let go. And then of course it did, and I had to save my beautiful face from the whole thing crashing down, because I didn't, you should have bungee corded it up like right in this area or something.